Okay, in this tutorial we're still continuing with sections 7.4 to 7.6, looking at special triangles and looking at the specific relationships in the 90, 180, 270 area and calculating trigonometric ratios with that. So here I'm looking at another question. What are the trig ratios for 180 degrees? So what we have to recall is just what is that point of 180 degrees. So if I do a little sketch here, I will know what that point is. So if I do a little reference angle, it's called, we know that 180 degrees is right back here. And we know that this point is negative 1, 0. X is negative 1 if we're doing a unit circle type of idea where the radius is always 1. We also know that r is always equal to 1. So we can just do our trig ratios from there. We know that x is negative 1 and y is equal to 0. So let's work out our trig ratios. Now if you can't remember what your trig ratios are, you can always refer back to your trig ratio chart in your textbook. So that's on page 229 if you're not sure. So let's start with sine. Again, sine is just y over r. So 0 over 1 equals 1. Or sorry, 0. I could put 1 there. And we have cosine. That is x over r. That's negative 1 over 1, which would equal negative 1. And finally, tangent on that side is y over x. Y over x would be 0 over negative 1. So this would be equal to 0 again. Okay, for tangent. Okay, and now we have to do the reciprocal ratios. Cosecant. That is r over y. R over y. So when something is over 0 like that, that becomes undefined. You cannot divide by 0. So it's undefined. Later on when you do math C30, you will notice when undefined ratios come up because they have asymptotes. Secant, theta, that's r over x. R over x. Again, negative 1. And finally, cotangent theta. That is x over y. Again, an undefined. And that's how you would do a question similar to that. And that specifically, that's more related to, if you're looking in the sections, that's more related to 7.5. A little bit in 7.5 has, well, actually most of it is something like that. And it has a little bit to do with the next section as well. And that's what we're going to look at here in this